Hello everyone and welcome to Tournament 23 of Halo Ninja Warrior. Today, the third tournament in the regeneration era begins, and 100 competitors are ready to tackle the punishing 4-stage obstacle course. In the last tournament, DHG Fireball got his 4th first place finish in a row, but could not defeat Stage 3. Now, our competitors are hungrier than ever to step up on this course.
I'm interested in how this is going to go. The course is a little different, but there's quite a few younger, not as seasoned jumpers that have been prepping for a tournament, and they look good, and I'm very curious to see how the results are.
I definitely think there's going to be a record amount of Stage 1 clears, and probably a bloodbath on Stage 2, and potentially a Stage 3 clear.
I want everybody to succeed. I think we're going to have a lot of success on Stages 1 and 2. And a lot of Stage 3 fails, though. But I do wish everyone the best of luck for this tournament.
For all 100 contestants, the road to glory begins on the first stage. There have been some modifications from the last tournament, including the removal of the Dragon Glider. Stage 1 now has 7 obstacles and a fast-paced 70-second time limit, the shortest since Tournament 6. Anyone who is able to reach the buzzer within the time limit will advance to Stage 2, so let's get the show started with our first competitor. Alright, first competitor of Tournament 23, ItzFoamy, the newcomer who has been very eager to get involved with Halo jumping, and he's finally here on Halo Ninja Warrior, the first competitor here on the hurdle jump, and ItzFoamy doesn't get over the second one. Can he save it? No, Foamy. Oh man, I thought he might have saved it there, but he is out on the hurdle jump. Next up, we've got Luke, who just got shotgunned in the back. Quite the intro right there. Luke002 is the second person. Wow, 002, and he's number 2 in this tournament. That's a coincidence. He is the first person to attempt the X Bridge here in Tournament 23. The last time we saw that was in Tournament 14. And now he's on to the falling plank, the obstacle that set the record for most Stage 1 failures back in 21. And Luke is struggling to climb up right now. He keeps saving it, and he gets kicked out. Luke fails the climbing portion of the falling plank. Now, number 3 in this tournament, we have iClogToiletsss. Hey, well, you're going to need a plunger for this run. He is now onto the course, 70 seconds. Clog jumping his way through the hurdle jump, and he does it very well. Now onto the X Bridge, early jump right there. First pallet all the way to the 6th pallet, and Toiletsss is now onto the falling plank. Luke just failed this. Can Toiletsss at least climb up it? Yes, he can. All right, the plank drops, he jumps, and he hits his head. iClogToiletsss. It'd be very impressive to clog the entire ocean that he just fell into. But yeah, that run is over. Now we got Lord of Ooh. Starting off this tournament with 4 straight newcomers. Lord of Ooh, 70 seconds here, he is off. Lord of Ooh does a nice job getting through the hurdle jump. Now for the X Bridge, we've been seeing a lot of this 1-6 technique. That is the fastest technique, maybe the easiest technique, if you have good sprinting abilities, which all Spartans should. Lord of Ooh, now for the falling plank. Yes, he's got it, and he's doing a 360. The newcomer is our first competitor of the tournament to take on the crooked wall. No more Dragon Glider. That obstacle has been removed, and we go straight to the crooked wall. Lord of Ooh is through the crooked wall. He's still got 35 seconds left, and he's already celebrating. Come on, you got more obstacles to do. Lord of Ooh now onto the warped wall. Not a great first attempt. He switches to his plasma pistol. Maybe that'll help. No, he's still not up the warped wall. 23 seconds. Okay, he's shooting. He knows where to jump. That looked like a good spot to jump from, but he doesn't make it. He's down to 15 seconds now. Lord of Ooh looking like he's not going to be able to beat Stage 1 here. Can he at least get up the wall? He's got a couple more attempts to get up it. Come on, Lord of Ooh. No, he's not up it on his... I don't even know. I lost track of how many attempts. Uh-oh. Oh, Lord of Ooh. Wow. Well, that actually will not count as a timeout. That's just a regular old warped wall failure. But Lord of Ooh, as a newcomer, being number 4, that was very impressive. Next up, we've got our first returning competitor. Here is DrewtV. In the last tournament, he did go out on the ring bearer. Let's see how he does today. DrewtV. Big fan of Ninty, which is, you know, interesting. But DrewtV right now, look at that technique, 1 to 6. That's what everyone likes to do. DrewtV now on to the falling plank. Good bounce, yeah, so the falling plank, the bouncer was added. I haven't mentioned that yet. And that's partially because the dragon glider was removed. I wanted to have a trampoline on this stage at some point. And, you know, it does allow you the possibility to land up on that second ledge. DrewtV flies into the air and comes right down on the pole for the crooked wall. And DrewtV is onto the warped wall now. Lord of Ooh just got here. We've already had 5 runs into this tournament. 2 people are already past the crooked wall. But Drew struggling with the warped wall just like Lord of Ooh was. He's down to under 20 seconds now. DrewtV, this is not looking good. He may not have the time to clear now. Can he at least get out the warped wall? Yes, he can. 10 seconds. The klaxon is here. DrewtV is the first person to attempt the swift cylinder, and he does it. Now he's onto the broken ladder. DrewtV, what an impressive run. Unfortunately, he slips off there anyway. That was a great run from DrewtV. Couldn't get the job done on clearing stage 1, but look at this crooked wall attempt. He went flying into the air. He got so high and was still able to come back down and clear the crooked wall, but the warped wall is what ruined his run. Lord of Ooh could not get up it. DrewtV did get up it eventually, but it was too late. The clock hit 0 by the time he hit the water, so DrewtV does time out on stage 1, but still a great run from the 2-time competitor. After that, we had number 6, Raptor King 1. This guy looked a little confused going into the X bridge, and then he got hammered by one of the pallets. Then we had Hitachi XX5102, couldn't climb up the falling plank. Sneakier Body was a little confused as to what to do with the trampoline and overshot it. We had Native Foob, who just completely went out on the X bridge and had some more pallets fall on him. And that brings us to number 10. We've got BookerTaco, another regular returning competitor here. This guy went out on the Dragon Glider in Tournament 22. He actually got the jump off the pole. Just could not get into the head slot. Let's see how BookerTaco does today. Booker through the first obstacle, no problem. Now onto the X bridge. Okay, he skips to the second pallet and then to the 6th. That's another technique. A good one for him. BookerTaco now onto the falling plank. He lands up on the second ledge, and he's able to clear it. Yes, BookerTaco. Okay, this is where he got in the last tournament. He got to the Dragon Glider, which is no longer here. So now he gets to go straight to the crooked wall. Can BookerTaco get it done? He overshoots it. BookerTaco got too good of a jump. Wow, look at this. You know, DrewtV went flying into the air. You know, I think if Booker didn't crouch right there, he might have hit his feet right on that pole and been just fine. Anyway, now we are on to Joey Davis. This guy did fail the first obstacle in Tournament 22. He failed right here, and Joey has already improved over his last run. Joey has grown a lot from the last tournament in terms of jumping abilities. He has been practicing and putting in a lot of hard work, and it's showing right here. He is looking really smooth right now in stage 1, and he's got the falling plank. Joey Davis now moving on to the crooked wall. Can Joey pull it off? He does not stop. He goes right for it. Joey Davis is through the crooked wall. Can he get up the warped wall? This has been causing problems, and he's not up it in 1, but he got here with tons of time left. Joey Davis, he's up it in 2. And finally, someone with time left. He's on the swift cylinder. Joey Davis has got it. Our 11th competitor of the tournament. Can he make it happen? Joey Davis is climbing up the broken ladder. And still with 20 seconds left, all the time in the world, Joey Davis is going to move on to stage 2. He failed the first obstacle on his newcomer appearance in the last tournament. And now he is moving on to stage 2. What a comeback. Joey Davis, his hard work paid off. He looks so smooth. The only slight misstep was on the warped wall. He didn't get up it in 1, but other than that, it was such a clean run.
I'm not going to call him Joey. I'm going to call him JD.
Oh, he was JD.
He's been upgraded.
Wow, JD getting it done when it matters most of all.
That is the first time that a competitor has ever failed the first obstacle of stage 1 on their newcomer appearance and then cleared stage 1 on their second appearance. And also at number 11, that's the earliest stage 1 clear we've had since tournament 18, so congratulations Joey Davis. Next up we've got Demigods. This guy went out on the crooked wall in the last tournament. DHG is a very well-respected Halo Basketball League member. If you watch the Halo Basketball League, you will know that he did win a championship in Season 2. So that's exciting, but right now DHG is onto the falling plank. A nice bounce up there to the second ledge. Now he's climbing his way up. Can he get the head slide? Yes, he can. Demigods is going back to the crooked wall. This is where he failed in the last tournament. You see him punching the ground. He knows that he wants to get past this obstacle, but it is not easy at all. Demigods is going to go for it. He doesn't get a jump, and DHG is back in the water on the crooked wall for the second tournament in a row. Demigods, he got the good run up, and it looked like he got to the right spot on the wall, but he just mistimed his jump, and that caused him to fail. So he will not get any revenge on this obstacle.
Yeah, well, I guess that was closer.
God,
You gotta
that was
work
such a duplicate.
You
That
gotta be
failure
working
was
on
so
that
exact
technique.
to the last one.
Well, we do talk about consistency a lot with Halo jumpers, but I don't think you want consistency in the way you fail an obstacle. So DHG needs to get back to work on that crooked wall. Next up, we had espressofreak at number 13. He looked like he made it onto the falling plank, but barely slipped off the ledges. Then we had OG Ken 69, who was making it through the X bridge until he overshot the last pallet and then spun in the water. And we had Jesus Black 2018, who got wrecked by pallets after failing early on that obstacle. And then Silver Despair tried to work his way through it, but also got probably the worst hit so far. That's definitely a concussion. Night Monster 198 hit his head on the falling plank, couldn't get into the head slide. And then zzxyo got launched out to the side and had no chance at clearing that obstacle. Next up at number 19 is DHG Firegirl. You might have guessed that this is DHG Fireball's girlfriend. So he's been training her up. Let's see how she does. Can she beat the first obstacle? Yes, she can. She has got that down. Now onto the X bridge. First pallet to the sixth pallet. Instant jumps there, and it works. All right, DHG Firegirl onto the falling plank. She jumps, bounces, and gets onto it. All right, this is promising. Can she get the transition? This is the toughest part. She is taking her time right now, jumping up. Okay, the clock is ticking. DHG Firegirl, can she get this? She's lining it up, taking her time. I guess it's just about how far she can get now. Oh no, not the best jump, and doesn't make it into the head slide either. But still, Fireball did a good job training up his girlfriend. We'll see how she does in the future. Maybe they can be the first Halo Ninja Warrior power couple. But anyway, it's time to move on to number 20. Competing on Halo Ninja Warrior for his 19th time is the veteran Sane the Legend. Sane has always been one of the greatest Halo jumpers and jump map forgers. His jump maps are very well known for their high degree of difficulty, but he would never forge a jump he couldn't complete. His talents helped him early in his Halo Ninja Warrior career, as he made it to Stage 3 on his second appearance. After that, he struggled with Stage 1 and didn't get back to Stage 2 until his 7th appearance in Tournament 11. He beat Stage 1 again in Tournament 12 and finally made it back to the 3rd stage for his second time in Tournament 16. Sadly, ever since the Halo 5 tournament started, Sane has not been able to complete the first stage. He has failed it 6 times in a row now, including 2 failures on the final obstacle of Stage 1 and 3 straight crooked wall failures going into this tournament. Now let's see if Sane can make it back to the crooked wall and have a chance at revenge. Sane the Legend, number 20. And next tournament is going to be his 20th appearance if he comes back. And, you know, he hasn't missed a tournament since his debut in Tournament 5. He is always here, so consistent at competing, but can he get back to Stage 2? Sane the Legend is through the X bridge, and now onto the falling plank. So far, the only regen obstacle that's given him any problems is the crooked wall. Sane the Legend through the falling plank, no problem. All right, this is it. Come on, Sane the Legend, crooked wall. Don't make it 4 in a row. Can he get by it for the first time? Sane the Legend, yes, he's on it. Can he get the dismount? Sane is moving on to the warped wall. Can he get up it in 1? Yes, he does. Sane the Legend, he is fighting his way back to the end of Stage 1. Come on, Sane. He's got the Swift Cylinder. Now the final obstacle of Stage 1. He has struggled here in the past, but not on the broken ladder. Sane the Legend, 20 seconds left. Can he finally do it? 6 straight stage 1 failures. And finally, that streak is over. Sane the Legend is moving back to stage 2 with 10.4 seconds left on the clock. Sane the Legend, what a legendary performance right there. What a comeback. A lot of comebacks happening right now. Joey's was awesome, but this is spectacular. Sane the Legend beat the crooked wall that he failed in all of the last 3 tournaments and then cruised through the rest of the stage. Nothing seemed to faze him on that stage. He was so clean. And now he is finally going back to stage 2 for the first time since tournament 16. Congratulations, Sane the Legend. That is one of the best runs. Like, I don't know what's going to top that this tournament. That is pretty special, and I am so excited for him. Next up, we've got TrickyCyrus. This guy had a great newcomer appearance in the last tournament where he failed on the broken ladder. He was gonna time out, and he fell in the water anyway, so no matter what, he would have failed the broken ladder. But it was still, you know, getting to the last obstacle on stage 1 as a newcomer, that is a very impressive start to a young career like that. So Tricky, can he improve over that? An early bounce right there on the falling plank, but he gets away with it, lands on the bottom ledge and climbs his way up. Now Tricky going for the head slide. He's got it. All right, TrickyCyrus moving on to the crooked wall. Sane the Legend just beat this. Can Tricky do it 2 tournaments in a row? Tricky has got the crooked wall. Now for the warped wall. TrickyCyrus is not up it in 1. Can he get up it on his 2nd attempt? No, he's not. He still has plenty of time, though. TrickyCyrus, yes, he's finally up it. TrickyCyrus now has more time than he did in the last tournament, that's for sure. And Tricky has got the swift cylinder again, and now he's onto the broken ladder, but this time, he has time. Let's see what TrickyCyrus can do here. On his 2nd appearance, is he going to join Joey Davis as a 2nd appearance guy to make it to stage 2? Yes, he is. TrickyCyrus is moving on with 8 seconds left. 3 clears in the first 21 runs. That is amazing. TrickyCyrus joins Sane and Joey. Wow, what a wonderful start to this tournament. That is amazing. Congratulations, TrickyCyrus. Moving on to stage 2 for the first time in his career. Next up, we've got vReiku. This guy is competing in his 3rd tournament today. Last time we saw him was in tournament 21 as Shin Dude, and he failed the stick shift. He has that in common with the likes of Paddy Freakin. But now, vReiku is through the hurdle jump and onto the X bridge. All right, kind of hits he got a piece of the 1st and 2nd pallet there, but he makes it through. Now he is going for the bouncer. He bounces up to the 2nd ledge, immediately jumps to the 3rd on the falling plank. Can he get the actual head slide? And vReiku has got it, yes. Very nicely done. Now for the crooked wall. We just saw the last 2 competitors both get by it. Can vReiku do the same? He goes for it, and he doesn't quite make it to the pole. It looked really close. I think he had too much height, but he almost made it anyway. And hey, a good improvement over his run from 21. Next up is Reality Gamer 516. We last saw him in tournament 21, slipping his way down the falling plank. So let's see if he can at least climb up it this time. Reality Gamer hopping his way through the hurdle jump. Made that look easy. Now he's onto the X bridge. Goes to the 2nd pallet and then the 5th pallet. Oh no! Reality Gamer! He doesn't make it back to the falling plank. He got caught up on the X bridge and couldn't get by it. Well, that leads us on to Lorathak coming in at number 24. Lorathak, a newcomer here, onto the hurdle jump. Oh, barely makes it onto that 2nd one. He jumps a little early there. Lorathak cannot get through the hurdle jump. He fails the 2nd hurdle. That is unfortunate. Well, following Lorathak, we had Cottonhase, who went out on the X bridge. Luckily, the pallet did not hit him. Then we had Thick Cyclop, who got a little too far, got too big of a launch on the X bridge. Then we had a Terrable Snipe, who had a terrible attempt at the crooked wall. Didn't even go to the right platform. Rightful place, jumped a little too early on that 2nd hurdle. And then a cola dealer decided to just go straight into the water on the X bridge. Well, there are still plenty of great runs to look forward to in this tournament, including Atlantic Champ, who has cleared stage 1 in all of the last 4 tournaments. Honey Unit 751, who got his 20th ever first stage clear in the last tournament. and the reigning Grand Champion, DHG Fireball, who has finished in first place in all of the last 4 tournaments. Those are just a few of the runs to watch for, so make sure you don't miss any of them as Tournament 23 keeps going. Now at number 30, we've got HNW Superman 68. This guy is making his 6th appearance today. We last saw him in Tournament 21, where he went out on the falling plank. Let's see if Superman can improve over that run today. First off, he's got to get through this X bridge, second pallet to the 6th pallet. That's another good technique. These speedy techniques seem to be working out a lot better for competitors on the X bridge. And now he is on to the falling plank. Can he get revenge from his Tournament 21 failure? HNW Superman has done it. You know, this guy's got HNW in the gamer tag, so I've always wanted him to beat stage 1. Can he do it today? He's got the crooked wall next. Superman, yes, he's got the crooked wall. Now he's on to the warped wall with 35 seconds left on the clock. He's not up it in 1. All right. 30 seconds. This is crunch time right here. He's got to get up it. Come on, Superman. You can beat stage 1 if you get up it right here. HNW Superman is still not up the warped wall, and he doesn't even look like he's getting that close right now. Oh no, it's looking bad for him. HNW Superman is not getting the height he needs. He's jumping too early on the warped wall, and it's looking like he's not going to be able to get up it. Oh, HNW Superman, such a valiant effort right here from this guy, but it's not going to be enough. That is a timeout on the warped wall. The warped wall has certainly been a little bit tougher here in the regeneration era, and even when competitors do get up it, they still feel the effects of it in later obstacles. That's why we've seen a lot of timeouts. But 2 people have failed at this tournament so far, 6 people have gotten there. Next up, we've got another newcomer. This is zzxyo, or maybe the 1 is supposed to be an L and it's zzxyo, I'm not sure. I like zzxyo, I think it has a nicer ring to it. zzxyo is hopping through the hurdle jump right now and gets through it nicely. Now onto the X bridge. Onto the first pallet, hits the second pallet, then the 5th, and then the dismount. That's another technique. There you go. I like seeing people mix it up on the X bridge. zzxyo looking at the falling plank right now, gets a weird bounce and does not make it onto the first ledge of the falling plank. That's a shame. Next up, we've got a returning competitor. This is MumblesFogarty. Mumbles did mumble his way through the ring bearer, and by that I mean he failed it. Yeah, MumblesFogarty, not the best ring bearer failure in the last tournament, just kind of slipped out of the first ring. But now he is hopping his way through the hurdle jump and it does it nicely. He beat it in the last tournament, so glad he could do it again. The X bridge barely catching the corners of those pallets and is able to get by it. Now on to the falling plank. This is a personal best for the 2nd appearance guy. Oh, well, he got rejected hard on the falling plank right there. At number 33, we have Spartan Walnut 71. This is his 3rd appearance on the course, and in the last tournament, he went out on the Dragon Glider. Kind of an awkward moment where he shot after jumping off the pole, which does cut off your sprint, so you don't want to be shooting in the middle of your run. But Spartan Walnut is through the first obstacle, now onto the X bridge, 2nd pallet to the 6th pallet, and has got it nicely now for the falling plank. He jumps, bounces, and is onto the falling plank, now climbing on up, and gets into the head slide. What a good run from Spartan Walnut so far. Now moving on to the crooked wall. Can Spartan Walnut do it? He goes for it. Oh my goodness, so high. He gets it, and no, he misses the dismount. Spartan Walnut. What a range of emotions right there on the crooked wall. That was such a high jump right there. I didn't think he was going to make it to the pole even, but he did. Did not sprint though, and that's twice that a lack of sprint has cost him his run, whether it was the Dragon Glider or the crooked wall. That is a real shame. Well, it is time to move on to our next competitor of the tournament, and we have our first pig helmet this tournament. Back for his 11th appearance is the veteran Paddy Freakin. Paddy made his first appearance in Tournament 13, and he has been a part of every single Xbox One tournament. He cleared Stage 1 for his first time on his 2nd appearance, and by his 4th appearance, he was on Stage 3. His 3rd stage run in Tournament 16 was extremely impressive and resulted in a 5th place finish. Sadly, that was his only time on Stage 3, as he failed the 2nd stage on the first Halo 5 tournament, and has gone on a streak of 5 straight Stage 1 failures since then. 2 out of his last 3 failures ended at the crooked wall, so Paddy is hoping to get by it for his first time and finally reunite with the buzzer at the end of stage 1. You know, it's kind of similar to Sane the Legend. A lot of stage 1 struggles here in the Halo 5 tournaments, but Sane was able to overcome this stage, and Sane, you know, he had a lot of issues with the crooked wall, so has Paddy. Let's see what Paddy can do here in Tournament 23. He wants to forget about that stick shift failure from Tournament 21. That was rough, but Paddy is moving fast right now through the first 3 obstacles, and now he is onto the falling plank. Paddy Freakin has got it. No problems there. Now for the crooked wall. He has struggled on this obstacle. Can Paddy Freakin finally get by it? He jumps. Paddy is onto it, and Paddy dismounts the crooked wall. Finally, he is through the crooked wall for the first time in his career and spring jumps the warped wall. Paddy Freakin onto the swift cylinder. He gets a jump, and he overshoots the dismount. Paddy Freakin looked like he was on his way back to stage 2, but he fails the swift cylinder. Paddy's stage 1 problems continue. After that, we had Soldato 19878, who failed the falling plank. Very confused on the bouncer part of it. Then we had reidslinger at number 36, who failed the hurdle jump. That leads us on to number 37. We've got Super Ninja Jake 2, the newcomer. Here he goes onto the hurdle jump. Gets through it very nicely. Now onto the X bridge. I will say this guy has definitely been putting in a lot of time into Halo jumping, so let's see if he can have a nice appearance here as a newcomer. So far, he's looking really good on the course. He's onto the falling plank, and he does get into the head slide. Super Ninja Jake is moving on to the crooked wall. Can Jake do it? He is shooting, trying to tell himself where to jump, maybe? Oh, if that's what he did, it worked. Super Ninja Jake is on to the warped wall, and he's up it in 1. Super Ninja Jake is looking great right now. Can he get the swift cylinder? Yes, he can. And Jake is now on to the broken ladder with 25 seconds left. We have a newcomer. Can he do it? Super Ninja Jake with 20 seconds left. Still climbing his way up. And Super Ninja Jake, the newcomer, is moving on to stage 2. The first newcomer clear on stage 1 of the regeneration era. The last time we saw that was Petrillo fam in Tournament 20. What a run from Super Ninja Jake with 14.4 seconds left. That was fantastic. That newcomer, he's been practicing, and man, he showed it right there. Up next, we've got Arc072. He was another crooked wall victim back in Tournament 21. He did not compete in Tournament 22, but he is back for Tournament 23, and he is hopping his way through the hurdle jump and does so very well. Now for the X bridge. First pallet to the final pallet, and he gets through it, no problems. Now for the falling plank. Arc gets a nice bounce there, lands up on the second ledge. Now he's climbing up. And for the head slide, Arc is into it, and he is moving on to the crooked wall. The last time he faced off with it, he did fail it. Can he do it today? Arc runs at it, and oh, a crouch there. Wow, he still made it. It looked like he was going to come up short, but Arc is onto the warped wall. Can he get up it in 1? Yes, he can. Look at Arc go. Arc is doing amazing right now. He's onto the swift cylinder. He jumps into it. He jumps very early. Arc does not make the dismount on the swift cylinder. He jumped too early and had too much speed, and a valiant effort ends short of beating stage 1. Next up, we've got Nightmare God, though. This guy is making his 4th appearance today. In the last tournament, he did go out on the Dragon Glider. Nightmare God. Here he goes on the hurdle jump. All right, onto the X bridge. He's got the DMR out, it looks like. Helps him with the precision jumping. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, he jumps very early. Nightmare God, no! He's out on the falling plank. He jumped way too early and got a horrible bounce. Struggling with bouncers lately, Nightmare God. Wow. Next up, we've got I'm a So Shift-faced. He failed the hurdle jump in the last tournament. That was his 3rd appearance. Or that was his 2nd appearance. This is his 3rd appearance. Can he at least do better than that? Shift. Hey, he's done it. He's gotten past the first obstacle. I think that might be the first time he's done that in his career. Shift is through the X bridge as well. All right, now he's moving on to the falling plank. He gets a better bounce than Nightmare God got, but he does not climb up it very well at all. Shift is out on the falling plank. After that run, we had By a Long Shot, who failed the falling plank at number 41. He hit his head, trying to get into the head slide. Stoic Sonder went out on the X bridge, also got crushed by pallets. Jungle Boy 0014 went crazy in the water there, but yeah, another X bridge failure. Vale Dredgen did not stick it on the falling plank ledges. And then we had Dome, who just ran off the side of the warped wall, which is a real shame. Now for number 46, we've got Liamillion. This is actually one of my friends in real life. I have some of those. Liamillion is on to the hurdle jump right now. He is, I will say this, he does not play Xbox. And he has come over to my place a few times just to practice for Halo Ninja Warrior. So I'm actually very excited to see how he does right here. Liamillion is on to the falling plank, and he lands up on the second ledge. All right, for someone who doesn't play Xbox at all, he's looking really good right now. He is into the head slide and moving on to the crooked wall. Come on. Can he get this? He's got 40 seconds left on the clock. He is lining it up. He has some techniques that he's developed for this obstacle. Will it work for him? He goes for it. He doesn't get a jump, and Liamillion does not get through the crooked wall. Oh, man, what a good run right there, getting that far. But, man, it looked like he had it. If he got the jump, I think he might have gotten it. But unfortunately, he did not get the jump. And the crooked wall claims yet another victim. Oh, boy, what's going on here? Some ring around the rosy nonsense going on. Sonic Fan 10193, his third appearance here on Halo Ninja Warrior. In the last tournament, he did go out on the broken ladder. He ran out of time, climbing his way up. That's a perfect example of what the warped wall has been doing. Even when competitors are able to get up it, they lose so many attempts at it that they lose time. So Sonic Fan wants to get back to that warped wall and save a little bit of time and make it to the end of stage 1. But first, he's got to overcome 4 obstacles to get to that warped wall. Right now, he's on the falling plank, climbing his way up. Sonic Fan, oh, he barely gets the head slide right there, but he does get it. And Sonic is now moving on to the crooked wall. Sonic gets a big run up. He doesn't stop at all. He goes for it, and he comes up short. Sonic Fan is out on the crooked wall. Another crooked wall victim right there. He just jumped too low. He did get a jump, but he didn't run up the wall high enough there. And he punched the crooked wall on his way into the water. And the crooked wall, 17 people have gotten there. 7 people have failed it. Actually, I'm surprised 10 people have gotten by it already. But unfortunately, Sonic Fan is not one of them. Next up, we've got Mighty Max 80. He failed the crooked wall in the last tournament, believe it or not. This is his 5th appearance today. And he would like to get past that crooked wall, that's for sure. Mighty Max gets through the hurdle jump, no problem. First pallet, all the way to the 6th pallet, and now he is moving on to the falling plank. He bounces and lands down on the bottom ledge, gets a nice save jump, and now he's climbing his way up. All right, Mighty Max, he runs all the way to the edge of the plank, and it works out for him. He is onto the crooked wall now. Can he get revenge from the last tournament? He jumps into it, and he jumps for the end, and he gets the crooked wall. Mighty Max 80 is onto the warped wall, and he's up it in 1. Mighty Max with 30 seconds left, plenty of time. Onto the swift cylinder. Can he get this? A few people have failed it so far, but not Mighty Max. Mighty is on to the broken ladder. Can he get his first ever stage 1 clear on Halo Ninja Warrior? Look at him climb. This is amazing. Mighty Max is gonna hit the buzzer and move on to stage 2 for the first time in his career. 12.4 seconds left, and our 5th stage 1 clear of the tournament. That is phenomenal. Mighty Max looking so good right there on stage 1, and he joins TrickyCyrus, Sane the Legend, Super Ninja Jake, and Joey Davis, all of whom have already cleared stage 1. 5 competitors moving on, and we haven't even reached the halfway point yet. This is amazing, and I am loving it. Returning to Halo Ninja Warrior for his 11th appearance is Sakeshi. Sakeshi has been around for a long time on this course, first appearing in Tournament 2. On his 2nd appearance in Tournament 3, he made it to the second to last obstacle of Stage 1, and to this day, that is still his best performance. He competed 9 times on the Xbox 360, and then had a long hiatus from the course. After Tournament 11, we wouldn't see him compete again until Tournament 19. In that tournament, he went out on the third obstacle of Stage 1, the TIE Fighter. Now, 4 tournaments later, Sakeshi is back, and now he will take on Stage 1 for the first time in the regeneration era. You gotta love Sakeshi, one of the biggest fans of the course, and he's been competing for such a long time. You love to see him back on the course. I feel like he belongs, you know, he definitely belongs in these tournaments, and he is missed when he doesn't compete. Sakeshi is through the X bridge, and now he is moving on to the falling plank. He gets an early bounce and lands down on the third ledge, but is able to save it very nicely. Sakeshi now is slowly climbing his way up on the falling plank. He's gonna run up it, he's gonna get the jump, he hits his head. Sakeshi does not make it past the falling plank. That is unfortunate. Well, I'm glad he competed again, but he, in order to get past the falling plank, he's gonna have to jump a little bit later. Hopefully he'll come back next time and improve on that, but it was his first time attempting that obstacle, and it is a tough one. And now it is time to move on to number 50 of Tournament 23. Looking to continue his amazing start to his career is the veteran Petrillo fam. Petrillo turned many heads as a newcomer when he managed to clear Stage 1 in Tournament 20. He was the only newcomer to do so in that tournament, but sadly went out on the first obstacle of Stage 2. Amazingly, Petrillo came right back and was one of only 5 competitors to clear Stage 1 in Tournament 21. In that tournament, he got further in Stage 2, failing the balance tank. In Tournament 22, Petrillo did the unthinkable and cleared Stage 1 for his 3rd time in a row. He was also able to reach Stage 3 for his first time, going out on the ultra crazy cliffhanger. Starting off with a perfect 3 for 3 record on Stage 1 is incredibly rare and has not happened since Expose in Tournaments 4 through 6. The last competitor to do so on all of their first 4 appearances was Sleepy Slayer 5, who started back in Tournament 2, so let's find out if Petrillo can keep up his hot start and continue making history. It is amazing what this guy has done so early in his career. And I don't know if I feel like he doesn't even get the credit he deserves, really. I don't know. Maybe he does by other people, but I feel like I need to give him more credit in these tournaments because he has been phenomenal. Petrillo fam is through the first 2 obstacles and now moving on to the falling plank. So I will say that for this tournament, I tried to spread out the competitors a little bit more. I didn't want it to be too top heavy. That's why Petrillo fam does have a lower number in this tournament, but he is number 50, which is a very important number to get. Petrillo is cruising through this stage right now, as I expected him to, and he's up the warped wall in 1. Look at Petrillo fam go. Man, he is demolishing the stage right now. Petrillo, no, he is out on the Swift Cylinder. Petrillo fam is not gonna get 4 in a row. He was looking so smooth up until that point, and he barely overshot it. He jumped just a little too early. Petrillo fam, with the first big shock of the tournament, going out on the Swift Cylinder, so close to 4 straight Stage 1 clears to start off his career. But that will not be the case today.
And he got
Nope.
Oh, no. Well, he got that. It looked like he got the Huh, that was weird. It looked like he got the right thing there.
Petrillo fam, who just made it to Stage 3 for his first time in the last tournament, has been eliminated by the Swift Cylinder. We will have to see how he bounces back from this performance in the next tournament, but we are halfway through Stage 1, and impressively, we already have 5 clears, which is amazing. This is the most clears we've had at the halfway point of Stage 1 since Tournament 17. Out of the 5 competitors who have cleared so far, 4 of them will be taking on Stage 2 for their first time ever. With everything from a newcomer clear to a huge veteran comeback performance, things are looking up for our competitors in Tournament 23. While Petrillo's failure was quite shocking, the amount of success we've already had on Stage 1 shows you that our competitors are really getting a feel for the new era obstacles. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you don't want to miss an episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button. For anyone who would like to compete in a future tournament, you can always message me, Smokey Massacre, on Xbox Live. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Halo Ninja Warrior.